their value. You can still set up your play action clock because you have the ball and they don't, and often the throw for the game.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught left side by Cobb. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The penalty really backs up the offense here on 1st down. Now 20 yards to go. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A dump off to Lacey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just an 18-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On the carry, it's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Let's go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Every now and then, you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Now Davis. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. 20! Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Foxborough after this.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Here's Bridgewater. They shakes him off. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kenny Clark able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Set. White 90. White 90.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled, say, the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Set. White 90. Tiger.
They go again with Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Malcolm Mitchell, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One back is Lacey. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, and let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty position.
Just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Let's go. Way 90. Do jet.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Underneath to Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1 receiver left, 3 to the
Let's
right.
Go. Way 90. Do jet. Dagger.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Bridgewater on first. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. A look look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
319, 58.
Throwing is Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. So he shifts past him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down here and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Second down, Bridgewater. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run. This is Lacy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Rodgers will try again on second down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
319! 319!
On first down, Rodgers. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
319!
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Jumbo! Hey, 626!
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second and goal to go now. Now a handoff. Here's Lacy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Hey, 626!
Rodgers now on third and goal. That's caught at the 1. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Joseph Fourier, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are back within a score. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Ooh, with a juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Two jet! Let's go!
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Under pressure, they got him again. Kenny Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that